OCO, and welcome to the Cherokee Phoenix Breakdown. I am Tyler Thomas, the executive editor of the Cherokee Phoenix, and I am honored to be joined by the coordinator of the Cherokee National Holiday, Crystal Walters. In this episode, I will discuss with Ms. Walters the upcoming 71st Annual Cherokee National Holiday and all that visitors have to look forward to seeing and doing. The yearly celebration commemorates the signing of the Cherokee Nation's Constitution on September 6, 1839. The Cherokee National Holiday offers many events and opportunities for Cherokee Nation citizens to make many connections to their culture, history, and heritage, as well as reunite with many family members and friends. Ms. Walters, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll jump right into it. We are a little more than 2 weeks away from the biggest celebration of the year in the Cherokee Nation. As we get closer, what should visitors be anticipating for the 71st edition of this year's celebration?
So I think one thing that is new this year, it's not new, but it's something that we haven't done in the past few years, is we brought back the community games. And so the weekend prior to Labor Day weekend, we will be hosting our championship games at One Fire Field in Tahlequah. That is on August 26th. And the weekend of holiday, one new event that we'll have this year is we will have a 2-night concert titled Palooza. It will be folk and bluegrass music both nights from 6 to 10 p.m. with the headliner Saturday night at 9 p.m. Yep.
That's awesome. What does that name of the concert festival, what that translate to, or how'd y'all come up with that?
So it translates to Woodpecker, and Dan Mink is, our designer for our themes and posters each year. And he had one, I think it was 2014, maybe. He had made an illustration of the woodpecker, so we are recycling that and using it as our kind of our brand for the 2-night concert. Yeah,
that was one of my favorite designs that he's done in the past. What are some of the more popular events that'll be going on during Labor Day weekend?
The powwow, of course, is very popular. It's Friday night and Saturday. On Friday, grand entry is at 7 p.m. On Saturday, there's a gourd dance at 2, and then grand entry again at 7, and that's at the cultural grounds.
Okay. Is there anything new that visitors will be introduced to other than a couple of those things that you mentioned at the beginning?
I think it's not new. Last year we started the Cherokee Talks, but we had them at One Fire Field under a tent. This year we've moved them to the Durbin Filling Language Center, so it'll be nice and cool. And at the same time, attendees will be able to kind of get to see, how great that new building is.
Each Cherokee National Holiday has a theme. What's the theme for the 71st edition of this event?
It's building our nation, strengthening our sovereignty.
Okay. Kind of how did that come about? Who designed the artwork, and what is portrayed in that artwork?
So in the artwork, we have structures and a hand that is holding a hammer that is kind of building the structures, and it's supposed to represent Cherokee Nation as a sovereign nation, and to proclaim that we're traditional, but we're building and moving forward and investing in our tribe. And the artist was Dan Mink, our Cherokee National Treasure.
Many people are returning visitors to come to this. There's often over 100,000 people that converge on Tahlequah for this weekend-long celebration. But what kind of tips would you have for a first-time visitor to the Cherokee National Holiday?
I would recommend, so something new that we've tried the past couple of years is we have built a mobile app that you can scan a QR code, and we'll have those QR codes around at information booths and other locations throughout events. And then it will pop up on your phone, and it will show you what you have to look forward to for that day and the following days. And as these events expire, they will drop off the list so you don't get confused. And it will also have GPS coordinates to tell you how to get there. Something we do recommend this year is to use the shuttle system as much as you can due to the amount of traffic. The shuttle system will loop around town to each location and then come back to where it started. And that will run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
What's the best parking areas for people that are wanting to utilize that shuttle system?
It's a good question. I would say One Fire Field, because you're pretty central. And if you need to get in your vehicle, you're right there. I know a lot of the people that go to One Fire Field are probably have kids with them because that's where the kids free zone is. But from there, if you were to want to go to the powwow from One Fire, there's a direct shuttle that takes, 5 minutes.
What has the preparation been like for you and all involved as we get closer to Cherokee National Holiday?
The preparation. So the preparation, I would say, never ends. I started this position in January and I just pretty much hit the ground running. We've been working hard on it since then. And of course, the traditional games coordinators and I have been hosting community events since March or April. And so we do those once a month. So really the preparation never stops. The coordinators are volunteers, which I'm very grateful for. And they all just do such a great job.
Yeah. Is there any special information visitors need to know? I know you mentioned the shuttle service and stuff like that, but as far as like traffic issues or anything like that, is there anything that visitors need to know before making their way to Cherokee National Holiday?
Well, yes. So we do have some construction. If you're en route from, say the parade on Saturday, and then you want to make your way to One Fire Field on that end of town, the Y has a roundabout going in, and it's down to 2 lanes. And so what we are trying to do is figure out some safe alternate routes to suggest and hope that people utilize them. And we will increase traffic control and signage and just try to keep people moving as much as we can.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end our discussion?
I don't think so.
Okay. Any sponsors that might be helping out this year and putting their name out there to support the Cherokee National Holiday?
Yes, Cherokee Nation Businesses is a very big supportive sponsor, and they help us in many ways besides sponsoring. They help with our marketing materials, and they're just a good partner to have.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for this episode. I want to thank Ms. Walters for joining me and providing some important information on the upcoming 71st annual Cherokee National Holiday that will be celebrated in Tahlequah on September 1st through the 3rd. For more information on the Cherokee National Holiday, you can visit thecherokeeholiday.com. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as give us a follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date on the latest Cherokee Nation news. What up?